Men will be like, I'm not paying for dinner. And I'm like, okay. And Botox this week, it was $440. I had a session with my trainer. I pay her $330 a month.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again, and today we are taking a look at reasons why men have given up on marriage. There's about 3,000 of them, so let's jump into it.
Alex, come on out.
It is unsettling how calm she is, even when she's that damn angry. That's a dangerous woman right there. This kind of behavior is completely unacceptable. There's no excuse to be acting this way whatsoever.
What is all this? What is all this? Get your father back here. He's here with me right now. He's here. Alright, let me see it there. Let me see it. You guys should not be.
Under no circumstances, you shouldn't be acting that way in front of your own children.
Men will be like, I'm not paying for dinner. And I'm like, okay.
And now we are going to hear some of the irrational reasons why some women think that men are obligated to pay for the first date.
And Botox this week, it was $440.
What? Just why?
I had a session with my trainer. I pay her $330 a month.
I wonder if they're aware that not only do some gym memberships cost a lot less than that, but a person can actually work out all by themselves for free.
Men are not responsible for any of that. It's her choice to waste her money on Botox. I don't understand what men have to do with this.
I got my nails done this morning. That was $150.
I'm sorry, but remind me when the last time a guy worth any woman's time ever said that he would have gone out with her, except for her nails weren't perfect.
My hair is another $250. I've spent over $1,000 maintaining my appearance this week. They can pay for dinner, ladies.
Somehow, I have a feeling that they would have spent that money on themselves, whether there was going to be a man in the picture or not. It is not a man's responsibility to pay for a woman's personal vanity.
The funny part is, men didn't ask her to do any of those things at all. They do it for themselves, and then they try and blame men afterwards. I have never met a man who has ever requested a woman to do all of this crap ever in my life.
Single mama to 3 boys, so I've got absolutely no room for another boy in men's clothing. My kids will always come first. Always. And my fur babies come second. No, I'm not impressed with your gym selfies and squatted trucks. Not your next hookup. If you're here to play those games, then keep swiping. I already take care of little ones. All by myself. I'm not looking to raise another. No BS, no games. Queen raising kings. And if you can't respect that, then it's your loss. Because I don't need no man, and I know my worth.
Single mothers on Tinder think the best way to get a man is just to belittle him endlessly. It's a crazy strategy. We'll see if it works out for them. I mean, let's be honest, it isn't working out for them.
You're making too much labor all day, every day. Therapist, mother, maid, nymph, then a virgin, nurse, then a servant, just an appendage.
Could it be that the reason that no guys are looking when somebody yells, "Mom!" is because we're not moms, we're dad?
Even if a man does look when a kid says that, he runs the risk of being labeled something awful.
So if somebody yells dad, then we would look, because why would you look if somebody yelled dad? Why am I even arguing this? Why am I even arguing this? It's like arguing with somebody with the intelligence of a gummy bear. Mom means woman, dad means man. I don't understand the lot. What?
There is nothing to understand. It's just another excuse that women use to bash men.
4 times divorce, 4 times. Let's see, let's look. You tell me. What do you want to know?
What is the most toxic thing that you've ever done?
Okay, let's do this. All right, take them to court and then get a good divorce lawyer, of course. Take them for half of the retirement. Take them half of their property and then fight them for higher child support, okay? And a couple of years from now, hit you up for more child support every 3 years.
That's nothing to be proud of, especially when she's admitting that it was all done out of spite at the end of the day.
Every 3 years, you go up from maybe 200 to 300 to 400 to 500. You bring it up to $2,000 per child. But I got one child right here, and right here, her daddy paying child support for her. Of course, it always is.
It's absolutely evil to involve your own daughter in this self-indulgent rant.
Can two people love each other equally?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, between a man and a woman, which one do you think normally loves the one more?
The man, absolutely.
Man always?
Absolutely, 100% of the time.
Why do you believe that?
I believe that because, you get a lot of women think they find themselves in relationships that they think they're happy in it right now. A woman will find a man with 80% of what she wants, and she'll leave him for the 20% that he doesn't got.
Modern women have made it very clear at this point that their love is very conditional to an impossible standard usually.
And when she gets to the 20%, you know what I'm saying? When she gets to the 20%, she realizes she wanted the 80%. Okay, that's what it is right there. I'm telling you.
You got it down to a man. No.
Absolutely.
Bro, now, what is a mistake that has taught you the most?
The mistake that's taught me the most is trusting the dumb spread.
Is there a message you got for your ex?
I've never heard of her. I don't know her.
The sad part is, once she realizes her mistake, she expects the man that she left to take her back afterwards.
I just gotta pull out some cash.
Oh, hey, would you mind if I see how much you have in your bank account? I've dated a lot of low-income men before.
Sure. Would you mind just stepping on the scale? I've dated a lot of high-calorie women.
Sure.
If a woman ever asks to see your bank balance, just walk away. She is literally not worth the trouble.
50-50 is against feminism. Him paying is not a luxury. It's just balancing the scale. If we still live in patriarchy, which we still do, then 50-50 isn't feminist. Because labor is never 50-50. Women still do most of the emotional labor. Women still take all the risks. Dating, pregnancy, reputation. Women are still expected to look good, act right, and care for others unpaid.
I think at this point, patriarchy is just a completely meaningless word that they use to justify their selfishness.
So no, you're not splitting the bill. You're already paying, just not in cash. Keeping your money while he's paying is not gold digger. It's compensation. It's redistribution. It's feminist. True feminism liberates. It doesn't ask women to carry the burden just to appear equal.
This is so stupid. Men are under no obligation to compensate the women that they are dating. It doesn't work that way. Like, why would a man date a woman if he's essentially just renting her? Like, come on now.
Yes, I have a kid, but I don't want to date a guy with any kids, and here's why.
Get your pens and paper ready. This is a prime example of textbook projection. Let's get right into it.
You're like a widower? Why are you single? What did you do? What did you do to the mother of your children? Because I know that girl did not want to break up a home. She did not want to not want to do that. She did not want to be a single mother. I'm speaking from
experience. Okay.
Literally, I told the father of my child.
So either way, it seems to be the man's fault. The pattern isn't difficult to detect on this one.
Like every time he did something.
So she decided to have a child with an dude who didn't want to act right. She laid in bed with him. She opened her legs for him. She let him, she carried his child. He didn't want to act right. Now she's a single mom. No matter how much she begged and pleaded, he just wouldn't act like a normal person, per her words. So now moving forward, she projects her own past bad decisions and experiences on everybody else. So now she thinks just because a man is a single dad, that means he did something to the mom and not vice versa.
Usually when a single mother talks about begging her man for something, what she usually means is nagging.
Because it's not like women can just be like bad people. It's not like men can't be taken advantage of mentally, physically, and financially. No, in her eyes, since she decided to reproduce with a piece of crap, all dudes that have kids and are single are also pieces of crap. Because she believes a woman could do no wrong. Because she feels as though she did it. Textbook projection.
They expect average men to atone for the sins of the quote-unquote bad people that they let into their lives. And to be honest, half the time, more than half the time, when these women say, oh, this man was terrible, he was a narcissist, and, he was a bad person, usually what it means is just that the man didn't actually want to have a relationship with her.
Because women's intuition ain't real. It's fake. It is. Okay, if it's so real. Wait. If it's so real, how come it couldn't warn you that I wasn't in the beginning?
Looking for me. I'm with all the grown men in the corn.
Panera. Bread!
This is the English grass whistle.
Modern women are really quite jealous that dudes can find enjoyment out of the simplest things.
I've literally never done that before. That's it.
Yeah, I'm coming back.
Hey, I said men are simple creatures. Just some dudes looking at the rain.
He runs!
You have to admit, a destruction derby with RC cars does sound rather awesome.
Oh my god, they got the
But who was your favorite women's basketball player, Kevin?
Tamika Catchings. Who else do you like?
I really play against a lot of the players that I'm watching now, so I don't think I can.
So you can't admire another player because you play against them?
I mean, are you gonna name another comedian as your favorite?
Of course, Dave Chappelle.
Okay, well you're different.
It's obvious that she's never heard of the concept of having respect for your opponents.
You've proven that.
Nope, I'm just not an
Okay, Kevin, move on.
This is a touchy subject.
Tell
Uh-oh.
me who to like and who not.
Somebody ring the sensitive bell. Ling, 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 ling. Emotions.
The second he proves her wrong, she tries to just hurl insults. What an absolute catch she is.
In 2025, I'm dating for money, not love. I'm sorry, I'm dating for money, not love.
Well, at least you're honest. So why the change?
I have always entered relationships with like a 50-50 mindset. Like I'm always ready for like equality.
Well, that's good to hear. That's not like her at all. You want equality from others, so you give it to others. That's the golden rule.
Even though there is no equality because we live in a patriarchy, so why am I acting equal?
Oh, well, that is kind of what I expected.
She has never once entered into a relationship with an equality mindset. That's literally impossible. I don't think I've ever in my life witnessed a woman do that. I don't think there is any study that suggests that women do that. I mean, it's nonsense.
That was exactly like her. Anyway, I guess you're not dating for money for traditional reasons. By the way, the kind of men that you can date for money might not also be the kind who want to smash the patriarchy. He looks like he hates the patriarchy. You should get his number. Anyway, it sounds like you don't want equality or tradition.
Sorry.
It's fine, really. Just tell me, why are you dating for money?
I've never ever thought that I would be the type of person who would want to date someone for money, but
She just wants to use men for resources because she feels like the world owes her that.
dating for love isn't working.
Agreed.
I'm not enjoying myself, and transparently, inflation is crazy.
Okay, so then you don't have a new ideology, you're just giving up on equality because it's too expensive. which is one of the funniest possible sentences.
I only have a few good years left in me. Like, I am going to use them for what they're worth.
So if I got that right, you want to trade being a woman for money without any of that traditional stuff, while also smashing the patriarchy, which really just means men who are already pretty smashed.
Openly admitting that you're just going to use men probably isn't going to work out in your favor. What's going to happen is men are just going to avoid you, or if they start dating you and they see this kind of crap, they're just going to stop dating you.
I don't know why, but that reminds me of this rude meme about prostitution. See, the joke is that women think they're awesome until times get tough, and then they rely on men again, which is what patriarchy is, isn't it? Isn't patriarchy when you depend on men who deal directly with the Lord? So if I'm following you here, you used to depend on men and we provided for you, but then you wanted to be independent and intimidating.
These women have always, and I mean always, depended on men. That's the one thing they will never understand.
So then you had the government write some laws to increase equality, but then equality was too expensive for some reason. The reason is that you doubled the size of the labor pool. So now you're raising your standards to a man who earns more, even though you want to still get paid the same. I didn't even need to leave this page. It's all right here. So that's a real funny definition of equality. That we get paid the same, but men have to give more.
It's justified because they claim we still live with traditional gender norms when that is clearly not true.
Several people have challenged me on this, that men give more to the government and women get more. And it's really not hard to use Google. Only men pay taxes, and everybody knew that but you. Here's what that looks like, and here's your net impact. This is what you contribute, and this is what you cost, meaning that the average woman costs $150,000. And even considering all that, it was still too expensive for you to be equal, even though it's not too expensive for us to be equal, even though we get paid the same.
It doesn't matter if men pay more in taxes because women like this will play the unpaid labor card.
And we have to give more to the government, which gives it to you. So if all that was true, then it would be too expensive for us. And it is. So it's not that lovable guys don't have money, or that guys with money are no fun. There's some overlap. It's that guys with money are just very short in supply. A lot of you are looking for a few of them. In other words, if this wasn't working, then why would this work? Everyone is looking for a man in finance. 6'5", blue eyes. There just aren't that many. So unfortunately, the answer to where have all the good men gone is that they are busy. They found good women. So you can date for money if you want. Just remember, so is everyone else.
If they want a rich man, the best they can hope for is for them to share the same guy. And you know what? That's what so many of these women are actually doing. Make sure you click on one of the videos on screen now to watch more if you liked today's video. Don't forget to take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.